Hi, this is Layla, the regulator here. And what I wanted to talk about is being alone. Now, what I've noticed with a lot of women and some of my clients is that they are determined to have a man in their life. They're like, I don't care. I'm going to have a man in my life. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be on the internet. I'm going to go to the bars. I'm going to go to the clubs. I'm going to walk down the street. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it's like, wait, pump your brakes, boo boo. Maybe you need some time to regroup, get your battle plan together, get your game plan together, relax. A lot of us do not spend time alone, and that's a problem because we're so distracted by everything. We really don't have time to even know who we are. And you may say, I know who I am. I live in my body all the time. You'd be surprised that you really don't know who you are. In the sense that, are you a positive person? Do you know if you're a determined person? Do you know that if things get hard that you could withstand the struggle? Do you know if you're capable of that? Do you know if you're fearful? Do you know if something insurmountable came, would you be scared and cower, or would you fight? Do you really know that? Are you sure? Have you ever thought about it? There you go. You have to think and figure out who you are as a person, what your capabilities are, what your weaknesses are. And you got to figure out how to make it better and how to decrease whatever negativity that you may have within yourself. You're not going to know that if you're so busy trying to date and date and date and date and date, and you're so busy trying to hang out with girlfriends all the time, and I got to go there and I got to go here and I got to go. Relax. Because you have to be alone sometimes, because you have to feel comfortable being by yourself. Can you feel comfortable being by yourself? Are you comfortable in silence by yourself? Do you always have to have something going? If you're in a room, such as I am today, it's Sunday, by the way, it's quiet, can you just sit there and read a book? If you have to put music on, or if you have to do this, and you're escaping from yourself. You're escaping from your thoughts. You're not confronting your thoughts. You have to play music all the time. You have to have something going all the time, because you're not allowing the silence. Because once you have silence, that's when you start thinking. And once you start thinking, that's when thoughts start coming in really quick. And that's when you really start thinking about yourself. It's nature. It just happens that way. And maybe you're distracting yourself because you don't want to think, And if you don't want to think, that means that there's a problem. So if there's a problem, it's time to fix it. Once you are comfortable being alone, once you are comfortable in silence, you can learn to live with yourself. If you can't live with yourself, if you're not comfortable with yourself, how can you be comfortable with someone else? If you don't love yourself, how are you capable of loving someone else? It's not possible. It's not humanly possible for you to do so. Now, no one's going to say that you're going to fall in love with yourself, because no one's perfect. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm just so badass, and I'm just so, and I'm just the best. Of course, you're going to have days where you're like, you know what, I can't get this off the ground. I'm fat, I'm broke, this is not doing well. But you know what? That's what silence is for you to meditate, for you to affirm what you want to do, for you to fix those problems. You have the power to fix them. Trust me, you have the power to fix them. But it lies within you, and that's what, believe it or not, is very difficult. I know it's difficult. You know why? Because you're always distracted. If you're not at work, there's always stuff going on at work. You're messing with Facebook, you're watching TV, Basketball Wives, what's the new show? I can't even think. I don't want to, if this video gets dated, people will be like, what's that? But you're watching the latest show, you're listening to the latest thing, you're gossiping, which is just very, very negative. Stop it. You're being distracted. And this is why you can't be happy because you don't take time with yourself. You need to go out on a date with yourself. Okay? This is a homework assignment for you. I don't know if it's because I've just always been one of those people. I blaze my own trail. I've never followed against the grain, but I love spending time with myself. As a matter of fact, I require it. I took myself out on a date to the museum, something I really love to do. I went to the Museum of Natural History, and I had a wonderful time. I took my time looking at the exhibits. I took pictures. I did all of those wonderful things, and I had one of the best times. I promise you, I had one of the best times. I went to a restaurant that I wanted to go to. I sat there and relaxed, and I was just in bliss. I went to the park, I read, and I went home. And I had a great time. I feel comfortable in myself. I like my company. I like enriching myself and doing things that make me happy. Try to give yourself a date. Do something you really, really want to do, and maybe something that no one else wants to do. That makes it easier sometimes. Go by yourself. Take time to observe. Take time to take the environment in, and just relax, and just be natural with yourself. That's all you have to do. And again, that's the problem. Again, back to dating and things like that. Sometimes, and it's happened to me, when you date, or not even date, you've been in relationship after relationship that's not working. It's an energy that's building up, and it's not a good energy because the same crap is happening again. You're like, the last relationship was like the last two relationships I had. He was insecure. We fought. He wasn't trusting. He wasn't loving enough. Why do I keep attracting this person? Sometimes it's just an energy that built around you. Why? Who knows? But sometimes you have to be alone, meditate, create a more positive energy. So when you go back out there, now the frequency has changed. You know, you don't have that funk all over you, so to speak. You have a new energy, and now you can receive a new type of person. In the past, I just, since I'm a helpful person and I love to help, I was attracting people that were needy. They needed guidance. They needed help. They needed, something. But the problem was they were damaged, very damaged in a lot of ways. Wasn't trustworthy, very, very bad trust issues, insecurity, and me, and being the natural healer and helper I am, I loved it because I said, I'm going to fix this person. I'm going to be the one that changes it and turn it around. But we all know that that's not possible. You really can't teach an old dog new tricks sometimes. And, in a romantic situation, it's even harder because you're just completely blocked. It's not like you can sit this person down and say, look, you have this issue, that issue, this issue, that issue, and I'm going to help fix it. They're going to take it as an insult because they don't want help. They didn't come to you for help, and they didn't ask for help. So it's either take me as I am or bye-bye. So I realized that, I need to take a break and relax. And nobody said it was easy. Sometimes when you're single, for some strange reason, it seems like everybody has a man. You walk down the street, they're all holding hands. This one is kissing. You're like, wow. Your Friday nights are just filled either with girlfriends or watching a TV show. But I didn't dwell on that. And that's what gets you going the bad path, because if you dwell on that, it makes you feel sorry for yourself, and then you're like, I gotta get a man because I don't want to be the one that's walking down the street with no man. I didn't think about that. I said, you know what? I'm gonna spend some time on me. Go to the gym a little bit more. Maybe not even do my hair because I'm not going out with anybody. So I'm going to chill, and I'm just going to just leave my hair to the wind. Relax, not a big deal. And when I did that, I started to learn a lot about myself. I started to learn that I was fearful of being alone. I didn't really know about it until I was, because I always had a boyfriend since like 14 years old. And I was like, wow, I'm really scared to be alone. And instead of me trying to fill the void with food or a guy or a bunch of friends going out getting drunk, I said, I got to fix this problem. And I'm going to be alone, whether I like it or not. And make use of the time. And I did. I read, I learned a new language, I exercised, and it really worked for me. So it's good to be alone sometimes. Get that negative energy funk off of you that attracts these losers and these no good guys to you, because it's a very strong energy that gets built up over time. I totally believe in energy. Please look at my blog for the Emoto experiment. That will definitely detail energy. And yeah, so you don't really want that. You want to just take some time to relax. Living in a city is probably the worst. Living in a country is better, but we get so distracted. It's time to take time, look at the water, just really look at it. Tune out. Don't have the TV on all the time. The TV was built for a reason. It was built to enslave your mind and to make you buy products and to make you feel insecure and to make you just buy, to buy a life that is not realistic. And this is true. So anyway, it's not a bad thing to be alone. I really would like for you to work on that. If you're having bad relationship after bad relationship, it's time for a break. When you have run as hard as you could and you're tired, you take a break. If you're stressed out, you go to the spa. This is time to take a break, okay? And build yourself from the inside out, okay? Spiritually, mentally, physically. Work on yourself. This is your life you're fighting for. Remember that. No one else is going to fight it for you. And if you want a man, that's a wonderful thing. Nothing wrong with a partner. But you got to have your stuff together before you get this guy. Because if you're in pieces, you're going to attract men that are like animals. And animals sense their prey. When they see that they're weak, they pounce on them. And they put their claws in them and they don't let them go. So you want to be a confident person. So those type of people say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with her because she looks like she got her stuff together. I can't really play games on her because she doesn't look like she plays that. And the strong guy will say, she's got her stuff together. I have my stuff together. I really like to get to know her. But let's not think about that day right now. Let's work on you. And when you feel confident, trust me, the energy, you don't have to look for a man. He will just come. He will come. That's just the way it is. Okay? So work on you. Spend some time alone. And if you feel uncomfortable spending time alone, then that's a problem. You have to be comfortable with yourself before you can be comfortable loving someone. And if you feel uncomfortable being alone, it's time to work out how to fix that until you do feel comfortable. And I'm talking about actually sitting in a room, reading a book, looking outside, not having a TV on, not having the radio on, not talking to your friends, just nice silence. And if the bad thoughts start coming, figure out ways to stop having them come. I will help you along the way. That's what I'm here for. Anyway, please check out my Twitter for daily inspiration, my Facebook, and also my blog, which details usually some of the videos I talk about. And the book will be coming soon. All right, this is Layla signing out. Peace.